So conditional formatting is one of the great features of Excel and also one of the most annoying features of Excel when it goes wrong. So I'm going to show you some tips in how to set it up, how to edit it, which is where a lot of people make mistakes, and how to clear it. Okay, so we've got some data here. I'm going to make this data into a table. Let me just, all we do, click on the data, Control and T, and choose OK. So my first tip would be to switch off the banded rows. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go up the top and make sure you're on the table design or table tools tab on some versions of Excel, and I'm just going to switch off the banded rows, which is there, and what that does, that just allows me to see the data properly. I'm actually going to highlight this and just make that headings easier to see. Okay, so the other thing is on highlighting in tables. Now it's important not to grab the whole column, so let me explain. If I click on the letter E, it will highlight the whole column right down to row 1,048,000, and I don't want that. I don't want all these empty cells formatted. So instead you need to change the shape of your mouse. So when you highlight, this is what happens. The cursor needs to look like this. It needs to look like a solid black arrow, and you just need to be on the tip of the column name rather than on the column letter. So if you get that cursor, it will highlight the column within the table, not the whole column down to row 1 million. So let's give this a go in our Excel sheet. So we're going to highlight, and let's go for the pension column, hover over the column, get that thick black arrow, click once. And this way the conditional logic will grow as the table changes. The conditional logic grows, or conditional formatting grows, sorry. And so what we're going to do is we're going to set up a conditional format that will say if it says no, it will be one colour, if it says yes, it will be another colour. So the way I tend to set the conditional formatting up is, first of all, we go to the conditional formatting button, which is here on the ribbon. There we go. And then what I would do is I would choose highlight cell rules. So I always use this to set up my conditional formats. And I get these criteria come up down here. And just to give you an idea, some certain criteria only work with certain things. So for instance, greater than and less than will only work with numbers and dates, so between. Equal to also works with text, and that's quite a useful one when you want text to be the same as. Text that contains obviously only works with text, that's quite self-explanatory. A date occurring works with dates, but not all dates. That's only working for dates sort of in the current, so maybe today, yesterday, the last 7 days, a month, but it won't work if you need to do a date, say in 3 years ago or 12 months ago. That won't work. And then the duplicate values works with all three. So highlight cell, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, and then you pick the appropriate condition. That's how I would set them up. So let's go and set this one up. So we've got our column highlighted, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, equal to, the same as. So we're going to put in the word yes. It doesn't have to be, it's not case sensitive, this. We then go to the second box, just show you where I am now, so it's this one here. And we're going to click on the drop down. These are defaults, I don't need to use any of these. I could choose customized. So in the customized box, we have the choice. You can choose fill, which is the background color, or font, which is the text color. So let's go for fill. I'm going to go for a green, and then I'm going to choose my font color, and that's tucked away down here. It says automatic. But I actually want a, let's go for a yellow. Okay, choose OK. Choose OK. Okay, and we see that's come up. We can do a little test. So if I change one of the no's to a yes, that works. Okay, let's highlight it again and we repeat the process for the no's. So conditional formatting, highlight cell rules, equal to. We're going to make that no. we're going to come across and we're going to change it. We're going to go for customize format, and again we'll go to fill. Try not to give your users a headache by choosing too obscure colours. Choose OK, and let's also change the font. I'll go back into that box, choose the font. I'm going to go for yellow as well. Choose OK, choose OK. There we are. So if I change any of these from no to yes or yes to no, and that should work. So that's fine, but if I needed to change this, and this is where what people do, they go back and they repeat the action. So they go back to conditional formatting, back to high, but what that does, that adds another condition. So let me give you an example. So let's go and do this. We're going to go equal to, we're going to put yes in again, and there we go. So choose OK. So on the face of it, it looks like it's worked. But let's go and look at where those rules are stored. So I'm going to go to conditional formatting, come right down the bottom to manage rules, and you'll see I've now got 3 rules. Now if people keep doing this, all it's going to do is add more and more rules that are useless, and then it's going to bung up your spreadsheet and the rules will start contradicting each other. So that's not the way to go. I'm going to actually delete that top one, that pink one, because actually I don't want to add it there. All I wanted to do was to change one of the existing colours. So click on it, go to delete rule, and now I've only got the 2. Okay, so this is what I want to do. I want to pick the one I want to change, go to edit rule, come down to the colour, and let's go fill. Let's say we wanted to make it more pinky. Choose OK. There's a preview. Choose OK. Choose OK, and there we go. And this is really important to get the hang of. So let's just recap on that. When you go to conditional formatting, to set them up, use highlight cell rules. To edit them, use manage rules. You can set the rules up in manage rules. It's a lot more complicated, so I tend to use highlight cell rules to set up, manage rules to edit. And if I want to get rid of them, so let's highlight them again, conditional formatting, clear rules, and then I can just clear them out, and that would just get rid of everything and start giving me a clean canvas. If you're using someone else's spreadsheet that they've set up and you want to think about how the rules are set up, just go to manage rules and have a look at them. And also bear in mind that they also apply the rules in the order shown. So if your rules aren't working, it might be something to do with the order that they are listed in, and you can change that order using these arrows. But go and have a look at them first, see how they're set up. Maybe go and go into the edit box, and you know, if you've got spelling errors, often when people set the rules up they spell things wrong, so you can change it here. You don't need to go and set up a new rule. I hope that's helped you with the editing and the setting up of conditional formatting, because it's such a pain when people have a load of rules set up and they end up cancelling out themselves. Hope you found that video useful. If you do, and we do have a short course on we have a course on Excel if you wanted to learn more. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.